I don't think that directly we can fight any phenomenon, only through a positive action. And that's it. Don't negate and don't fight anything. We never succeed when we wage direct war on something. We don't gain anything. We don't overcome the evil, the disturbance. Only when we go towards the good. How is it written? What do we have to do to your enemy, your hater? Give him bread.
Kiev.
Хочется опять к зависти вернуться.
Again, to ask about the envy. The purpose of the envy, to begin with, is to give you some kind of primary fuel to work.
Look, the envy is something necessary, it's something excellent, it's a salvation. The envy begins when I simply feel the other. We look at babies. Each one is playing with his own little toy. They don't feel one another. Let's say up until the age of 2 or something, they don't care about the others. He doesn't attain anything outside of him. Then he begins to have more. They start to hit one another, grab things out of each other's hands. But the first couple of years, there's nothing. He's playing with his own toy, and that's it. He doesn't have a feeling. Later, he has a bit more feeling. From what does this connection start? From envy, right? The other wants to get something from the other. You'll give him yours and he'll get his. No, they don't understand. Rather, whatever the other has, he understands that he wants it, what the other has. So when you bring him the same thing that the other has, he might calm down. Later he grows up a little bit. He wants specifically what the other has, so the other one will not have. See how the will to receive is growing in kind of simple ways, showing us these stages. And that's how it goes further and further. What am I trying to say? Envy is the filling of the other. What does it say about the Creator? The envy of the Creator are all the hosts. Only from that you can come to it. It's a will to receive that feels the environment. This is envy. By that it develops. It can later change it. The one who doesn't have any envy has a small will to receive. He cannot bestow because he was greater than his friend. His desire is greater. So we have to develop that quality and see how you arrange it, how you grab the envy and you aim it, you direct it in the direction that you need. When you discover that you have envy towards someone, it's an opportunity. Opportunity to grow, to suffer from it, to rise above it. Envy is something great. It's a craft. We have to work in it and show the other how it's done and learn. We can talk about it. Those are external qualities. Okay?
Можно культивировать между нами? В чем? Как? Взращивать, растить.
For that, you need to be extremely cunning to awaken envy, because just like that, nobody wants envy to awaken in him, because he thinks he's just an inch ahead of everyone. That's how he portrays himself, and that's enough for him. Nobody calms down. There are those who purposefully go down to a slightly weaker group. That's where I feel myself nice and good. I have to see what's going on there. Or the reverse is true. He might want to place himself in a higher 10, perhaps. But he has to understand that he's going there to work, not to enjoy the fact that they are great.
Correct way to realize hatred, to use hatred, what's the way to use envy in the right way?
Well, I don't know how to say this. There's somebody more successful. He is similar to you. He's like you in something, but he's more successful. Imagine that. Try and see what you can do with your pride, with your ego, with that envy, how people think, how they speak about you, and how they speak about him. How do you seem in the eyes of the others? Yeah.
That's clear. Where there is envy, thank God, what do you do? How do you realize it spiritually? From that point, what does a person do spiritually? He has to do a series of actions.
You don't let go of the envy, and you'll see how within a few stages it'll bring you to a spiritual state, to above reason. Because then you're yearning for the envy. Even though it devours you, it brings such a good a result that there's no other way. Because it's a result from the shattering of the vessel.
Rav, that's completely clear, the need for it. The question is, in terms of practical work, what do I need to now do with respect to that feeling? How is it correct to realize it and not waste it and start running around in different directions?
Look at the friend in big eyes, as we say. Be envious. They are greater than you. What you see in you is how you lower them through your vision. Look at that guy. He's like that. He's like that. There's nothing greater than you here. No. It has to be like that until you start working. Now try and work on yourself in such a way that there is no one here that is lower than you, at least. That's the work. Take it from this size to that size. It only depends on you.
So they're that way. What do I need to do? Yes.
They're already like that.
Yes.
Completely. Was it made from above or by you?
The group works, and there's all kinds of opportunities. So the group shows all the time where they are and where you are.
So you got it from above, whether it's the group or the creator, you got that feeling from above, that they are greater than you, and you are not successful. What can you do? You're not successful. That feeling of not successful, what does it make in you?
On the one hand, it gives me the understanding that one must realize it, which is the correct thing to do. On the other hand, it burns you. It burns you.
And?
On the other hand, it's clear that you need to do some kind of action here to translate that feeling to something spiritual. That's what I'm asking, what to do.
To something spiritual?
Yeah, I feel them great. I want to turn this feeling of envy to turn into something spiritual and not just stay in a state of envy. Okay, they're great. I'm small now. I'm going to go do other things to equalize them, to be equal to them.
Okay. Where did you get the feeling from?
From above.
So turn to the above. You have no other way.
And ask for what?
Ask to get it receive it with love, first of all, and not in hatred, because to the extent that you hate them, you hate the Creator. You want to thank Him for sending you such a feeling that you truly see how low and sneaky and you're a complete zero, and it's correct. But how can you, with all of that now you feel like that, raise yourself above reason with the fact that it's you and your will to receive as much as you can? Raise yourself in bestowing. In bestowing, you are correcting everything, and not to let go of this feeling you have now. Yeah.
Something small. Do I need to do anything physical towards that friend besides what you explained now? Do I need to maybe... that same friend that I envy him?
If you have an ability, yes, but be careful that these external actions won't turn off that feeling. That feeling of envy, hate, lust, honor, all the negative feelings when they're like that in a negative way, we have to keep them. We have to, until we get it more and more, and we ask of the Creator, give me such incentives. There's nothing better. Nothing better that pushes a person than envy. The fire of envy, what King Solomon wrote about. Okay. Yeah, what?